what up, man?
Hey, it's Tuesday. Do we have NFL football on Tuesday?
Yes, sir. And then we
It's
got
a
college
great time.
football tomorrow, college football on Thursday. We got football every day this week. Feels
It's a
like bowl
beautiful.
season. I love it.
It's a beautiful day to be. It's a beautiful day to be a football fan. Thank God my food is empty. I just hope my kitten doesn't freaking get it. But what's up, man? So what a week in the NFL. I just want to say this. I'm so damn tired of second guessing myself because y'all call me a guesser. Y'all call me, hey, you already know, baby. Indian Nation, man. But I hate how everybody says I guess, but like I picked Miami to win. And then I was like, oh fuck, okay, Jimmy G's back. Whatever. But I thought I thought he was playing, and then I was like, no, he's not playing. But even still, I should have just stuck with my guns. Minnesota. Why? Like, bro, and we'll start it off right on fire because I'm pissed off, right? So like guy like Big Tooch, who I love to death, shout out to Big Tooch and the fam. But like he was like, it's a horrible call by Mike Zimmer to go for it on 4th and 1. Bro, if you look at the play, the offensive line lost everything down. The fucking tight end kicked out. There was a hole about as big as fucking Kim Kardashian's vagina that you could have ran through. And yet, the running back, for whatever reason, Dalvin Cook wasn't in. They didn't run it. Did you see the play?
Dalvin Cook hurt his groin at the beginning of third quarter.
Oh, okay. Okay, then that makes sense. Like, bro, this hole was like, I kid you not, it was so wide.
The only reason why everybody's saying it's bad, and I agree with Tooch, is because you could have made it a 2-possession game and put that. Was it 1 possession?
It would have been. It would have been an 8-point. They would have been up by 8.
So they would have. So again, they would have had a drive and get a 2-point conversion, which right now the 2-point conversion is like the hardest thing to do right now.
But the battle. Have you seen Minnesota's corners? They ain't there. Fuck, for God have mercy. They weren't going to do anything anyway. I would have went for it, especially because I know my defense ain't stopping Russell Wilson. Go for that shit. And you're on the road? Absolutely 1,000%.
Well, shit, they didn't stop him anyway.
Exactly. so like, he was more justified in the fact that they didn't stop the motherfuckers anyway. And he knew that. He knew they was going to stop him. And then, what other game did I pick? Fuck, who missed the kick?
You win 6 and you win what? 7 and 5 the first night or the weekend?
Probably 7 and 5 on the weekend. 7 and 6 because of yesterday, and then I'm about to be 7 and 7 because the fucking Buffalo Bills are getting their ass whooped. I'm so damn tired of always picking underdog, and every single time, like, bro, we picked the Chargers yesterday. All this motherfucker got to do is kick in the dome. All you got to do is move it a half inch to the left. All right, my Eagles should have went for it. Your Eagles suck, and here's the problem. Your problem is Carson Wentz. He does too much. And hold on, I won't say that. The offensive line was hurt. Yeah, the offensive line is hurt. But like, hey, by the way, did you see Lane Johnson pancake TJ Watt? We ain't showing out enough love.
I don't think Lane Johnson played.
He did. Lane Johnson pancaked TJ Watt. Yeah, bro. It was
I thought it was the backup that played right tackle.
Yeah, but Lane Johnson started because when they were leaving at halftime, Lane Johnson was there. But I
didn't get to watch most of the game,
bro.
I just kept hearing Mapletron tearing it the fuck up. But no, like, and again, we jumped right into obviously your horrible picks. Okay, Lane Johnson's my dude.
What, bro? You want to talk about a pancake? Look at that. That's the best fucking. Hey, it's okay, TJ. Everybody get pancaked by Lane Johnson. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, that's inevitable.
All right, I'm sorry. I got really excited.
Easily the best right tackle in the league, let alone probably the best tackle in the league.
Yeah.
But like Well, so obviously Dan Quinn got his ass fired.
It's about
GM got
time.
fired. And then Rasheem Morris's first fucking active duty was fucking firing the special teams fucking coach. They just fucking cleaned house. They just said,
But-
fuck it, we're only going to keep the PC, and everybody else is fired.
But do you blame him? Like the
Oh, no,
special
I
team
don't blame
coordinator-
him. I mean,
Yeah.
I was surprised they picked him. I guess he was the best left because the OC's not good either. Defense probably one of the biggest issues in that team, in that organization.
And again, and this is what's so funny, and we could talk about this because you know me, bro. Like, I think I really, when it comes to like racial issues, like, I feel like I'm pretty keen about when I call something like privileged or whether it's wrong for the black person, right? So, like, I just feel like you look at, for instance, the Chargers. If Anthony Lynn loses his job, I will lose my shit.
Shit,
Because-
if anything, Anthony Lynn right now is the leader for fucking coach of the year.
Right. Like,
They were saying
honestly,
Stefanski this morning, and I just fucking laughed. Fucking Anthony Lynn, granted, he's what, 1-4 right now, but he's been 1-4 because of the difference of 3 points in 3 different games.
And bro, if you look at it, like he's missing Mike Pouncey, who's an all-pro, all-star, like Pro Bowler. He's missing their left. Who's their starting left tackle? I was just talking about.
I can't think of it, but put it this way: he's missing everybody. He's missing his starting running back, his starting wide receiver last night got hurt,
Yeah.
Keenan Allen. He's missing a all-pro safety. Bosa, I can't even say he's on a pitch count right now. This dude played like 4 snaps last night. I'm over-exaggerating. But I
Right.
feel like I only heard his name twice. And one was the one time I heard his name, it was talking about the injury report. Melvin Ingram, the other side of the Bosa bookshelf, is gone. The only shining light that, well, I mean, fuck, all the corners that he got are all hurt. The only shining light is Kenneth Murray that they just drafted, which he's going to be a fucking stud. Speaking of which, and it makes me laugh, but again, watching him, it's fun. He reminds me of very much of a Shazier, kind of undersized, quote unquote, but gets sideline to sideline and just causes havoc. But the funniest shit ever, I don't know if you saw me post it. So Ryan Clark said JJ Watt is the white boy version of James Harrison and Ryan Shazier put together. So that's a pretty good compliment.
Yeah, that has a point because, and here's the point. Like, speaking of JJ Watt, like Romeo Cornell, it was so, like, you see how different Houston looked. They look like a different team.
Well, because they didn't fucking hate their life.
Yeah, like, and that's when you seen JJ Watt go fun. Like, that's a win. You know what I mean? Like, they finally get to absolutely have fun. But yeah, that's a scary. All right, so if JJ Watt is James Harrison with Shazier, it's fucking Aaron Donald, Lawrence Taylor with Ray Lewis. Like, what do you compare him to? Like, is he Reggie White, Lawrence Taylor, like mixed together? I don't know. Like, because Aaron Donald had 4 sacks again. Oh my god! Like Alex Smith, I felt so bad for him having to come back and deal with fucking. Like How about this? You're Alex Smith. You're chilling on the sideline. You know, not expecting to play. They go, "Hey, Alex, come in." He like,
No.
There's a monster, bro. Aaron Donald is so fucking unfair. Like,
I feel bad for fucking Keenan Allen. I didn't see the hit, but how it was described is it was like a fucking car wreck when fucking Aaron Donald hit his ass.
It's just so bad. Like, and Aaron Donald, I swear, like, so I get the pleasure of playing with Dan Mason, who was a star linebacker at Pitt, and Brandon Eiffel, who played at Pitt also. And he would say when they had Paul Chris who was there, and he tells the story about how like Aaron Donald, who was the quarterback? Tino Sinceri?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess he threw the ball at Aaron Donald during practice. And Aaron Donald goes, I'm about to fuck every single one of y'all up. And every single play, Aaron Donald, from the time he got the ball thrown at him to the time it ended, he made a play every fucking play. And like it was to the point where Ike, who was a receiver, was like, bro, just stop the practice. Like he's destroying every single offensive lineman. Like, just stop. He's so unfair, bro. Like,
well, it was funny watching Hard Knocks, and like obviously, like whenever they watched the Rams, they focused on him, and I mean, even in practice, McVay was like, "Well, there's Aaron again. Well, there's Aaron again," and who was it? I forget what offensive lineman they were talking to. He's like, "Thank fucking Christ, I'm just on this team." Like, thankfully, I don't have to fucking deal with it. Or it was the offensive line doing like one-on-ones, and like they were like, "Thank Christ, he's on our team, and I don't have to deal with his ass." Like,
honestly, like I couldn't imagine having to try to go against this dude every play. Like,
yeah, no.
When he threw Quentin Nelson, who is the man. Hey, by the way, did you see the running damn ball? And again, let's talk about that too. Phillip Rivers is the fucking problem in Indianapolis. He is the cancer on that team.
Big reason why San Diego always had issues.
Absolutely.
I mean, again, I'll toot my man's horn. I mean, Justin Herbert is I don't give a fuck. Justin Herbert he has ice in his veins. They continued to say that last night. I mean, there was a lot of times he had people in his face. Now, granted, he also had a bunch of bad throws with people in his face, but there was a lot of times he stood in the pocket and didn't give a flying fuck.
Who would you rather have? I'm gonna ask you this because I like the way they're both playing right now. Joey Burrow or Justin Herbert? Because
so they were talking about that too,
bro.
I mean, like, so if this will transition actually real nice. So to me, it's a toss up.
Yes.
So I mean, especially if we're just looking at the player, I'll take either. Obviously, I'm going to lean towards Herbert just because, again, I'm a Ducks fan. But as a team right now, I think the Chargers are more behind Justin Herbert. And I'm only saying that because I feel like AJ Green has completely given up on the Bengals.
Yes.
Not only was that play that I posted of that pick and him literally avoid a tackle, but then being on the sideline, and again, you can look at it however you want, even somebody reading his lips saying, I want traded, is fucked.
Yeah.
Again, I understand he's not getting his money, but he's also been very injury prone the last couple of years.
I think Herbert is who they thought Ryan Leaf was supposed to be. 6'6", strong ass arm. So, like, here's my thing. I hate the stereotype of how quick we are to write somebody off just because Herbert's quiet. Or they say, oh, well, he's not a leader. Bro, he fucking graduated and was a grad assistant. He was a teacher, teaching biology. He has a pre-med degree. Like, are you serious? Like, just because he's calm and laid back and nonchalant and doesn't mean he can't be a good leader? And then you got Joey Burrow, who has confidence off the fucking, he got a wedding dick all day. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just like, I'm about to get it in that all day long. Like, I lean towards Herbert because what I see from him is like I just like the way he is. Like, I like Joey Burrow too, which I guess I'm just against the Bengals. That's probably why. But just like I really like what both of them are doing. But when Herbert plays, man, it just looks special. Like it
Yeah.
just looks like a different. Like he looks like Andrew Luck mixed with Drew Brees. Like I think that's how you describe him. Where it's like he just has that touch of Drew Brees, but he has that arm of Andrew Luck. I'm making comparisons tonight. I'm like 2 for 2 right now, by the way. But yeah, AJ Green, shout out to my boy Cordell Klotzy because his baby girl Aubrey had her birthday, and I was like, I'm gonna get her a Joey Burrow jersey, and he's like, no, get her an AJ Green jersey. I said he's gonna be gone next year. I was like, why am I gonna get her her jersey? And then he texted me, he tagged me on Facebook and was like, bro, do you see this? And I was like, yeah, you wanted me to get her jersey for him, her jersey, his jersey.
Yeah. Like I said, for two young guys, I'm very happy how they're doing. Like I said, obviously Justin Herbert can't help injuries, so there's nothing he can do with pieces around him. Obviously, what is it? Mike White helped him last night.
Yeah.
I feel like him and Henry need to get a better relationship, just because, again, a quarterback having a good relationship with a tight end is obviously ideal. Burrow, again, I hope they continue to build around him. That way they can just continue to have success. But like I said, for watching both of them, I'm happy. I continue to hope that they just let Tua sit and not force him into a bad situation.
Yes.
So we'll jump into that real quick. Speaking of AJ Green, and again, we already kind of talked about it. We don't think he's going to be a Bengal next year. Just because of injuries. But I just think like he's just going down such a weird path. I'm not ready to say he's like a cancer, but he's like it's that mean mentality, and it very rarely ever fucking works in the NFL. We obviously see. Oh, and we'll get into this. So the fucking Jets. So I honestly think Adam Gase is going to be the next coach that gets the fucking boot. But speaking of Adam Gase and the fucked up Jets, first off, them coming out and saying they don't think they're going. Now, granted, I don't think Sam Darnold right now pulls the price tag of a first round pick. But the GM coming out and saying, "Yeah, we're not getting a first round pick for this guy." Bro, you already fucking fucked that negotiation up for yourself. But then again, we're back to this whole Twitter shit that we had with Jamal Adams. So Lev Bell was on Twitter again, shooting his fucking mouth off, saying that he once traded, which I mean I don't blame him, but I'm also now laughing as a Steelers fan, saying, "Good job, dipshit. You could have been a Steeler and made roughly the same money as you did at this point."
Don't start doing that. We're not going to have you say that because I hate when you say that every time. Because again, we're missing I didn't mean to do that. But we're missing the point of why he did it, not the money. It wasn't about the money. What he did was he wanted, and again, I'll steal your word and I say again because he did not get paid by Pittsburgh with more guaranteed money because Pittsburgh had a belief that A, he couldn't stay on the field healthy, and B, he couldn't stay out of trouble because he was one more suspension away from being gone for an entire year. That's why he didn't get the guaranteed money that he wanted. He was going to make the money, but he needed to work for it. So he wanted more guaranteed money, which I get. But to your point, I understand. Now
he looks like shit for 2 years in a row.
And now,
yeah. And now he's going to get like maybe top 20 money.
Maybe.
And that's lucky if he gets traded.
Yeah, but I'll welcome him back in Pittsburgh. Shit.
Oh, I'll
Bring
welcome him back.
Come on, bro. Come back home. Hey.
I'd send Connor up to New York for that.
Stop disrespecting my man Connor. Stop doing it. I am not standing by for James Conner disrespect. You don't do it. That man has fought through cancer. That man has fought through knee injuries. You don't do it. Leave James. Do you know how, let's take this into perspective. The man had cancer. It had to go through chemotherapy.
That's fine.
Everybody's like,
he still cannot produce.
He's injured. People's like, oh, he's injury prone. The motherfucker's bones is shaking. What do you mean?
I get that, but again, I'm sorry.
So we ain't gonna give him a courtesy. All right, bro.
Nah, fuck that. I don't get. Do I get a courtesy in giving you less pay? Nah.
You're fucking high. I'm
hate
you.
Worthless. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I don't worry about you. Hey, speaking of broken bones, Jerry Jones is gonna fuck Dak Prescott. That man is not going to get nearly as much as he wanted. And God damn it, fucking names. Jerry isn't going to offer him even close to what he did before he got hurt. Even though they're saying that Dak is the future.
So here, I'm gonna take. Let me take a second. It bothers me so bad that it had to come to this. Because I don't want to hear people say, well, why didn't he take the deal? He should have just took the millions of dollars. Well, he wasn't given a fair shake. When you look at Dak Prescott, every single person around him got paid. Every single person around him got paid. They paid DeMarcus Lawrence. He hasn't deserved a single thing. They paid Amari Cooper. Does he even play a full game? I swear to God, if it's third or fourth down, he's never in. Ezekiel Elliott can't keep the ball to save his life this year. Look, not himself last year. And I still say he's a top 5 back. So shame on me. Freaking, who else did they pay? Jalen Smith. Every single person got paid. Dak Prescott has shown through his class, through his character, he is consistent. He has not missed a game. He missed one practice and they made a big deal out of it. And so, for him, can you say he's a top 10 quarterback? Yes. Can you say they rely on the running game? Yes, but since when did having a good running game become an Achilles heel for why you shouldn't get paid as a quarterback? I don't know. Maybe.
I think he should get paid. I just think other quarterbacks are being overpaid.
Which I can agree.
And again, they offered him a contract. And this, so we had this discussion at work today, is if he didn't feel comfortable with, again, he signed the franchise tag, so he sort of kind of felt comfortable with playing. But if he wanted that contract, he could have held out. And unfortunately now, he's now looking at potentially signing with the franchise that already fucked him, essentially, or hoping that another team is going to give him top 5 quarterback money and not give him a Jameis Winston treatment of come play for us for $1 million and then see what happens.
Yeah, but again, my thing is, it's not about him, the contract. Well, I mean, you look at who got paid. I don't know. I guess I just see it as this man was playing on a 6th round or 4th round pick contract his first 4 years. He didn't get a deal done year 3. He didn't. Oh shit! Le'Veon Bell just got released. Ah!
Well, bye money.
Peace out, cuz.
Hey, that's hysterical.
Hey, that's funny. We could have tied that up at a better time. And again,
hey, I bet he ends up out in San Diego, LA.
The Rams,
Chargers. They need a running back right now.
Shit. What if he goes to Seattle? Chris Carson and Le'Veon Bell? Whew. As long as he doesn't. You know what's funny? somebody's gonna be like, well, he should go to Baltimore. Why should he go to Baltimore?
Why would he go to Baltimore?
Right.
Oh.
But you know, and then everybody's gonna be like, oh well, he should come to our team. Like your team is fucking 1-4. They don't deserve his time. Le'Veon Bell, just come back home. Just come back home.
I'm trying to. Well, I mean, there's a fuck ton of running backs out, but like, who would need a starting running back right now?
The Vikings.
Yeah,
Dalvin Cook
dinged.
The Patriots. Oh shit! Hey, Sean, I just said that.
What is it?
You could have tapped. He said the Patriots.
Who did?
Sean Moment. I guess because it's a.
Oh,
I did a watch party and I invited a lot of people. So I guess that's how they're. I can't share that with you. Yeah, no, it's a watch party. It's a watch party all up in here. Here, I'll invite you to my watch party. The Patriots, that would look sweet. Like Cam Newton and Le'Veon Bell.
I can't believe he got fucking released.
I can see.
He said, "Fuck you, cuz."
Bell to the Pats. Who else? Indianapolis, because Marlon Mack is hurt.
I don't see they'll do that just because right now Jonathan Taylor's doing well.
Hey, Jay Medina said Pats aren't going to want to deal with Bell. Shit, we said they wouldn't want to deal with AB either. The Pats just want to win. They don't give a damn about nothing else.
Well, fuck, right now the Pats can't even fucking play.
Oh, no, the Arizona Cardinals, they got somebody.
No, they have only Kenyon Drake. Could you imagine that shit?
That would be nasty.
D-Hop, fucking Bell, and Kyler Murray.
If you went to the
that actually could be a good one.
Yeah. That would be scary.
I don't see the Raiders.
No, they got Josh Jacobs.
I don't see KC.
No.
Because put it this way, now that he's released, he'll have to clear waivers because nobody's picking that contract up. He said the Rams. I feel like that's a possibility, but I feel like the Rams are happy with their running backs by committee right now. Wow, Lev Bell got fucking released. That's hysterical that we wanted to talk about that tonight, and he got fucking released.
Now, you know, it's funny. You remember when at the beginning of Into the Trenches, our first show, I made a bold statement and said that the Cleveland Browns will win our division?
Yeah. Well, we'll find out this week.
Well, I think they're going to take an L this week. Because, man, let's talk about Bell to D's nuts. Ah! That's funny, cousin. My cousin Rob said Bell to D's. Unless he's talking about Dallas. But that makes no sense.
No.
Atlanta? No.
I honestly, the Rams, maybe the Giants. That's a good one.
Who the fuck cares about them?
But they need a running back.
Yeah.
But the only hard thing about the Giants, though, they're not going to be in contention for shit. At least going to Arizona, he'll be in contention of at least a playoff run.
I would say the Jaguars, but like, why would he go there?
Yeah. Arizona, I think, is a really good decision. Yeah, maybe the Bears, but I doubt he'll want to go cold.
Ooh. What's up, cousin Rob? The Bears, I like that pick. The Packers, they have Aaron Jones. Hey, you know what they could do if they really want to get frisky? He wouldn't look bad in New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, Le'Veon Bell, Latavius Murray.
Yeah.
I mean,
that would definitely add another wrinkle.
Buffalo. I mean, they only got Singletary.
Yeah.
Arizona.
I bet you won't see any. I bet you won't see anything happen with him for like a week.
Hey, so anybody who joined the watch party, go ahead and go to Loudmouth Sports Talk Facebook page and go ahead and join so we can see all the comments. So if I miss one, George is able to pick up on it. I appreciate everybody who's in the watch party. It's a great time. What's up, Big Dave? Shout out to the big dogs holding it down, coaching the offensive lineman. Hey, Dave, we need you to be a part. Hey, we got to do that segment. We got to do an offensive line segment every week. We keep saying we got to do it, but we got to prepare for it.
We might have to do it off of a show.
Yeah.
That shit's going to take a lot.
Yes. All right. So we talked about.
Oh, so,
AJ
okay.
Green.
So, rest of NFL stuff. So this is actually really interesting. I wasn't able to find the ESPN article, but whenever I was looking around, so they're talking about doing an NFL playoff bubble. So LA and Dallas. I don't know exactly which one of LA, but I'm assuming it's going to be both LA teams play in the same fucking stadium. So LA would be a kind of cool one. Honestly, I'd rather see it Vegas and Dallas maybe, just because Cali's still like a hot spot. And I think that stadium's just cooler. But NFL playoff bubble is definitely something that I think would be obviously way more plausible. But I saw some medical person said that they thought it would be a bad idea to do an NFL bubble, or playoff bubble, which I thought was dumb, but whatever.
Hell yeah, baby. 5th straight week with our back hitting 150, moving number 8 in the state of 4A. Represent. Run the damn ball.
Vegas and NOLA being bubble cities would be dope too. Yeah, but there's nothing open really in Vegas right now. So it's real hard to get in trouble there. Most of the strip is still closed down.
You would be surprised.
Well,
bunch
of brothels still open.
My thing is the NFL.
Yo, Tennessee is beating the fuck out of Buffalo. Well, not beating the fuck. But it's still 17 points. Jesus.
So my thing with the bubble is I'm okay with it, but you can't tell me the NFL players don't give up. So, like, here's the difference between NFL and NBA players. The NBA players respect their commissioner and their owners and have continuously worked together.
No, they don't. That's why certain ones brought strippers into the hotels.
The NBA?
Yeah. Or went out of the bubble.
I mean, but you're talking about one or two instances.
Yeah, but
we already got
for only like 50 people is enough. You're talking about NFL people? With a shit ton of people.
So what do you think is going to happen?
A shit ton of worse. Fuck, the goddamn NHL bubble got bursted whenever the fucking Vancouver Canucks team brought strippers up into the hotel because the goalie had 42 saves. Like I said, I don't give a fuck what league you're in what kind of fucking thought you have for the commissioner. These fucking agents are going to do whatever the fuck they want.
It's not funnier than a dude dressing his girl up as a Seattle.
Oh, that dumb motherfucker. Bro, I hope he never gets picked up ever.
That shit is classic. Like here, man, put this on. This
here, is put my travel gear so nobody knows who you are. What a bunch of people are dumb.
I wonder if he hit it that night. Like, what if he did it? Because she was like,
I don't know, but did you see a picture of her?
No.
She wasn't worth an NFL career. Like,
really?
Not even close. Like, I mean, she wasn't bad looking, but she's not worth an NFL career. I was literally dying when I saw the photo of her. Because, like, you would think, like, if you're risking your entire football career, you're bringing home a patty or something.
It was his gay fantasy.
Hey, you never know.
Oh man.
But not like I mean, obviously for the playoff, it's obviously ideal because you're only dealing with 7 teams
From each
division or each conference.
yeah.
So I mean, that's way easier to and realistically, the first weekend you're only dealing with 6 teams. Yeah. So I mean that
No.
obviously makes more sense. What?
Oh yeah. 16. You mean 12? Okay, you're talking about from each conference. Okay.
Yeah.
I keep being like, what the hell are you talking about?
Le'Veon Bell had no trade suitors. No shit, Sherlock.
He had no trade suitors.
That's what the release just said. That's why they released them.
Mm.
I still feel like that's dumb. You're telling me you couldn't get Dick? That's just because the Jets fucking front office are a bunch of idiots.
Well, what do you get? A 5th, 6th, or 7th round pick?
At least you get something.
That might be too much to ask for.
But you think about it, like now that they released him, they're still on the line for that guarantee money. At least if you fucking trade them, they have to pick up what's remaining.
Which is why he couldn't find a suitor, because who the fuck is going to pay that?
Especially, well, I'll be real interested to see where he signs. He'll probably only get a 1-year contract, just like Devontae Freeman.
Who?
Exactly. All right. Do you have any other NFL stuff?
Chase Claypool, all you haters. When I said, remember George, I said it. I was like, this dude is going to be special. I was like, y'all clearly haven't watched college football. Not you, but when I talked about it, I was like, people clearly have not watched football because this dude is a monster. I think it's clear that he's the number one guy. I think it's clear that he's the number one receiver. And the Pittsburgh Steelers offense, I loved, and I called it out during the game. You can tell the first couple of weeks our offense looked the same as Randy Finkner. It looked boring. It looked not fun. Now you've seen a whole lot of motion. You've seen a whole lot of influence.
Yo,
that's
after this year, Randy Finkner's gone.
Yeah, but like you could just see that's Matt Canada bringing an influence and studying the game and looking at what the 49ers are doing running the ball. Looking at what freaking LA is, the Rams are. What happened?
Fucking Jay Medina. They should have taken a 10th round draft pick in the MLB draft and a half-eaten turkey sandwich. Oh, fuck.
Yo, if only like
just another league's draft pick.
George, so Jay Medina, he's down in DC. He works at AFS Pro Shop. He works with Miss Michelle. Shout out to bombshellbowling.com. Go to bombshellbowling.com for all your bowling apparel. Go to bombshellbowling.com/loudmouth sports talk for all your loudmouth apparel.
Shit, I gotta change that graphic, but
freaking Jay Medina, that's all he does is cut up, bro. Like he's one of the funniest guys I've ever met in my life. I miss you, Jay.
With Big Dave, yeah, watching him at Notre Dame, he was one of those guys that always pissed me off. Always pissed me off because they would always find Chase Claypool doing crossing routes, and like that big motherfucker is like next to impossible to stop.
Yeah,
but like you said, I think the Steelers finally found their like true number one. Even for how big he is, he's a fast guy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I feel like instead of Devontae Johnson, I felt like he took a step this year forward, and then magically stepped backwards.
I wouldn't say step backwards because again, and let's put this in context. Chase Claypool went against Darius Slay, who's a top 5 man-to-man corner in the game. It's not like he was going against a scrub. Deontay Johnson, he didn't take a step back. I think it was just Juju got better because he was with Ben. He's comfortable with Ben. I think James Washington was better because he got comfortable with Ben. Deontay Johnson never had Big Ben. So I don't think he took a step forward. I don't think he took steps back. They just have so many weapons in the receiving core that you don't need to focus on one.
He's trying to do too much with the ball. Instead of getting north-south, he's doing goofy shit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only reason why I say he might be taking a step backwards. But I mean, what's up?
That's a fair point.
Yeah. But I mean, overall, put it this way, compared to last year, obviously it helped having a future Hall of Famer as your quarterback versus Doc that it doesn't even have a job right now, which I called. I was actually surprised he had a job outside of camp. Obviously, getting Josh Dobbs back obviously solidified Duck going bye-bye. But then, obviously, having a rookie quarterback with rookie wide receivers, you're not going to have a good time. Obviously, having Ben back as an offensive coordinator, having Matt Canada taking over. You're such an asshole. Yo, actually, he's got every time he's gotten cut, it was on his day off.
You got caught stealing boxes?
But obviously, the Steelers are going to have, like, I just need them to put teams away, though. That's my only thing. Like,
yeah.
The, like, heart attacks against not good teams, they need to put away. Like Cleveland, especially, they need to put that team away.
Cleveland will put themselves away.
Well, hopefully. What should be this 1 week that Stefanski decides – well, even if they fucking run the ball, our run defense is like top 5 in the league right now, so it doesn't fucking matter.
So one last question before we go to college football. Dan Pohl. Should the Lions fire the front office and get rid of their head coach? They should fire everybody. Fuck Matt Patricia. All the excuses got to go. They got to go.
Yeah. I don't know if you fire the front office. I only say that just because I feel like it's not their fault mainly.
They hired him. They actually got to go.
Well, they hired Matt Patricia. But like player wise, I mean, it's all Matt Patricia's fault. Darius Slay was not upset with the Lions organization. Darius Slay was tired of fucking Matt Patricia. Fucking what's his nuts? Quincy Diggs. Quincy Diggs? Quentin Diggs. I was close. He was tired of Matt Patricia. That's why he's in Seattle now. Trying to think of anybody else on the defense. But, like, even the defense –
Damian Snacks Harrison.
Well, yeah, they didn't re-sign him, which I thought was dumb, and now he's a Seattle Seahawk. They finally got, like, decent runners for their offense, but, like, I mean, the hard part, too, is I haven't followed the Lions or paid attention to the Lions other than, like, Thanksgiving Day. So, like, I don't know how their offense is. But, like, they haven't had, like, a true wide receiver outside of Golden Tate since Calvin Johnson.
Have you ever heard of Galladay? I mean, I'm pretty sure he's the top.
They just got him, but he's young.
They've had him for, like, the last 3 years.
Well, I've only paid attention to the last year. That's how much I
Matt Patricia has the IQ of an empty peanut shell.
He's a great DC. He's just a shithead coach.
Was he really a great DC, or was that Bill Belichick?
I don't know. I mean that's the same with Bill O'Brien and every single one of. I mean, you think about it. Brian Flores might be the only like prosperous Belichick disciple.
And you think about it, he had to wait 14. He's been an assistant since 2004. He had to wait 16 years to get a chance to become a head coach.
I guess he was in the wrong position. He should have been a ball boy. He would have got it faster.
Yeah, exactly. Because fuck. Don't let's switch. I ain't gonna start.
But again, obviously we still have football going on now. Tentatively, we don't have any issues coming this Sunday with COVID other than like the already moved around games. And at least as of right now, at least for the NFL, there's no other like confirmed cases. The Patriots are still trying to figure their shit out, but that's about it. No Thursday game for the NFL, so we'll have to rely on college, which I think there's 2 games that day. But transitioning into college, I have to pull up the AP Top 25. But so we had this conversation yesterday. I posted a start bench cut, but I think me and you have had this. I know we've had this conversation, and I'm pretty sure me and you are on the same page. But the Justin Field, Trevor Lawrence discussion, mainly because everybody right now is still talking about the tank for Trevor. And I've said this numerous occasions that me as a obviously I could give a fuck about a GM. Like they do their own shit. As a coach and how I've always liked watching football, how I've learned to coach football, especially on the offensive side. And again, being a couch coach and playing Madden, I've always liked the skills that Justin Fields has brought to the table. So I honestly, if I was a GM, depending on what my status is as a team, I'd much rather have Fields come in just because he, in my opinion, is more dynamic.
So we don't agree. And my reason being is because you look at Ohio State's quarterbacks, the last ones that they have, Urban Meyer and now Ryan Day do a great job of getting they do a great job of calling. They're like Sean McVay. We're like Jared Goff he looks good because Sean McVay is calling calls to get his guys open to where he's throwing to like lanes that he don't even need to think about. So, and I feel the same with Justin Fields. And now again, I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback. I'm not saying he's not the number 2, right? I think he's very versatile. But for me, he struggles when he has to play man-to-man, when he has to read coverages, and those guys don't get open. As you can probably say about most receivers. But I think Trevor Lawrence, and I can only say that about Clemson because Deshaun Watson has shown those guys are NFL ready. And are they NFL ready because of them, or are they NFL ready because of their coaching and what they got going on down there? I just feel like Trevor Lawrence is a very mentally tough guy to deal with you, to come in as a freshman and win a national championship in the manner that he did, and then be the runner-up in your second year, and now you're in your third year under the same offense. Like, Trevor Lawrence just has that factor. Like, the Justin Herbert factor, the Joey Burrow factor. Justin Fields, he's a ball player, and this is where it becomes, is he a good – he's an unbelievable football player, but how is he as a quarterback? right? And that's where I think it separates me. Not saying that he can't prove and shut me the hell up this year, because I'm pissed off at the fact that fucking the Big Ten's playing. Because I was so excited about celebrating that Michigan won't lose to Ohio State this year. But here I am again, come 4 weeks from now, and I'm going to want to freaking kill myself because Michigan gets their ass whooped once again. You know, I'm so
you won't have to worry until the 1st of December for that game.
Okay. All right. So
It's
I get
December
a whole.
12th.
Okay. Thank God.
You get to make it through my birthday, and then you can stress out.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm a freaking cry. Because we already know how this is going down.
Not very well.
Same old story. But that's just what it is for me.
I mean, like I do agree with that. I mean, Ohio State has had a horrible fucking run at quarterbacks being Heisman winners or Heisman runner-ups and then making it to the NFL, and they don't even make it out of their first year before they're fucking cut.
And a lot of the time is because, like, Dwayne Haskins, his problem is that he doesn't take film study seriously. Because when you have 5 fucking 5-star recruits all across the board in your spread offense, your own line is 5-star recruits, your running backs are 5-star recruits, you don't need to take shit seriously because you're just going to run past everybody because can't nobody keep up with 4-4s all across the board and play man-to-man and stop you. That's how I feel. You know what I mean? Like, it's not really a thought process when Ryan Day's telling you, hey, this guy's going to be open, motherfucker, throw the post. Like, throw the post route. Like, he's going to be open. And if he ain't open, he's fired because we got another one. You know what I mean? That's why we're not ready.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it'd be interesting. They're honestly that close that they're 1A, 1B for me. It's not like cut and dry.
Yeah.
Like I said, like again, we'll have to see. But the hard part is going to be this next group of quarterbacks coming out, in my opinion, are fucked. Because a lot of the teams picking those quarterbacks are going to be expecting them to change the franchise like that next day. And I don't see anybody being able to be that guy. Especially in the NFL, that's a hard fucking ask for a 21, 22-year-old young man to come in and just dominate. Let alone bring a franchise back to some kind of relevance.
Because everybody's going to think of Pat Mahomes and be like, oh, yeah, that's the guy, right? Like, if Pat Mahomes would have went to Chicago, Pat Mahomes doesn't succeed.
Potentially could have been fucking Mitch Trubisky again.
Right. Because the thing is, Pat Mahomes had a full year of no pressure. And then by the time he got there, like when he needed to step in, it was so easy for him because they had weapons. And it's not to take away from Pat Mahomes' ability. It's not saying that he's not one of the greatest talents and he's not great. But like Alex Smith was winning football games. They were winning football games consistently. Their thing was their defense. Their defense was horrible.
It still is.
And it still is, right? But it's like Pat Mahomes is in the perfect spot. Like even Justin Herbert, he's not having success because he's not in that perfect fit. You can't really see like Deshaun Watson. There's going to be a lot of Deshaun Watson where guys are going to go to a team and that team has, you think everything, and they suck. Like unless it's a team, like the only team who I can see being close to where they need to be is like Minnesota. If for some reason the Vikings don't do good this year and they have a top 5 pick, okay, you can get a new quarterback in there and expect that quarterback to be okay because they have stuff around him. You have Adam Thielen, you have Justin Jefferson, you have Kyle Rudolph, Dalvin Cook, an offensive line that's there. Okay, maybe you might have success. But to go to the fucking Jets every year, the Jaguars, the fucking Giants, like the Bengals again, no, there's no way you're going to succeed. You're going to fail. You're going to fail. The Redskins, oh, I forgot about them. The Washington football team. Sorry.
again, I mean, the hard part too is like teams want to have so much success, but don't want to let guys get to that spot. And again, it's the same way with like coaches, not so much GMs, unless you're the Cleveland Browns. But like coaches get swapped out so quick in the NFL without any real time to try.
Right.
I mean, and that was the joke. I honestly think I was actually joking with Jay. Was the idea of I don't know if it was BME or another guy again not getting the shot, and why can't players or why can't teams continue to hold on or find good coaches? And like my joke was the Cleveland Browns ruin more careers than cocaine. Like they just fucking run through fucking coaches like it's nothing.
Right. Because like you look at it like Freddie Kitchens. Freddie
Should have never been a head coach.
Should have never been a head coach.
Or
but
maybe
that doesn't mean
years down the line, maybe. But
my thing is he went from being a quarterback's coach where he was succeeding to the offensive coordinator in 3 months to the head coach in 6. Like, no fucking way it's that easy. Joe Judge, I'm sorry, but like everybody talk about John Harbaugh. John Harbaugh was a special teams coach for years, right? Like years. And then even still, he walked into a program that had fucking Ray Lewis. Like, I'm sorry, if I have Ray Lewis and Ed Reed on my fucking defense, I'm probably going to win football games. But what's the number one reason why right now the Ravens have not gotten over the hump? Because they don't have it. They don't have that it factor. It's not a surprise that nobody has figured out how to get Lamar Jackson to throw the ball from the fucking pocket. It's not a shock. It's not a myth. He's a great kid. He's a great football player. But throw it from the fucking pocket. If he was able to throw it from the fucking pocket, the Ravens should go undefeated and nobody should beat them.
Well, shit.
Because they
most of the time he can barely throw it on the run.
Right.
I that's the one thing, especially for me, and like, we talk about it almost on a weekly basis now. And it's just like the head of the show is like poor management by coaching. And so I'm all for if you have an athletic ass quarterback, Lamar Jackson, he doesn't have to stay in the pocket, but somebody also teach that motherfucker how to throw on the run. Like, again, you can't compare quarterbacks and expect everybody to be Patrick Mahomes, that this motherfucker's diving out of bounds and throws it 75 yards and somebody runs underneath of it. But like help your man, like help your man out. Like help Lamar Jackson. Like fuck. Dude, Patty Mahomes can still do that for 500 yards. And it'd probably be on a fucking dime.
Bro.
He's just a fucking freak. Like, I know he has the weapons, but like this motherfucker's a freak.
Bro.
I've never seen a quarterback run outside the numbers and turn and throw the ball to the opposite numbers. Like that's nuts.
But you're not even saying, you're just saying throw it. Throw a freaking dot. Like he's not just throwing it like, oh hey.
Oh, just like lollipop. Nah, it's like
nah, it's like, hey cuz, get shit. Like it's so unfair. Like Pat Mahomes and Aaron Donald are just so unfair.
They're a cheat code.
Like it's so unfair.
You good?
Yeah, like I'm just sitting there thinking, like, bro, I would have to shoot Aaron Donald and Pat Mahomes by now. Like, you're gonna have to get shot. And you know another motherfucker who's about to get shot every day? Have you ever heard of DK Metcalf? God damn. Woo!
Yo, he is terrorizing the league.
Oh my God. And it's just starting. It's just starting. But anyway, let's keep talking. Anything in college football? Is it a surprise that LSU is getting their ass whooped? No.
Yeah, that question was fucking stupid to me. I feel like that was just wanting to try to point a finger just to hate.
Who?
Whoever was saying like, "Oh, LSU fucking sucks." Bro, how the fuck do you expect a team that just lost 18 of their 22 starters to do dick? Like, fuck. Like, even Alabama doesn't look at those numbers on a yearly basis. Yeah, do they lose pieces? Sure. But losing like 3 or 4 guys is a lot easier to replace than 7 fucking teams. Like, that's nuts. Like, Stingley is their only returning DB. Most of their offensive linemen all went to the league. Like, what the fuck do you expect these people to do? And to try to keep some form of, I guess, normalcy. To me, it's just not possible. Obviously, Oklahoma trying to like revamp their quarterbacks is a little bit different. But you lost CeeDee Lamb. You lost a lot of guys on defense. There was already a shitty defense. Fuck.
You lost Kyler Murray.
First off, Oklahoma's defense was never good.
Ever.
They were they were good enough that Kyler Murray scored, or not Kyler, last year Jalen Hurts, and fucking Kyler before then.
Oh, yeah, shit.
And then Baker before that. You were able to put up points to make up for a shitty defense. Now, there's a lot of stuff that they're trying to do just to make shit happen. Like,
now you know it's funny. I told you when we did our show last week, and this is why I love doing these shows with you. Because what did I tell you about Ole Miss? What did I say about those motherfuckers? They crazy. Lane Kiffin's a crazy. Like, I thought for sure they were going to go in there and beat Alabama. But I didn't pick them because I just knew they wouldn't be able to stop their deep. Like,
you mean Ole Miss, not Mississippi State?
That's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said Mississippi State.
Maybe I did. But Ole Miss, like,
it was definitely Ole Miss. Mississippi State only scored 2 points against fucking.
No, I'm talking about Ole Miss. This past Saturday, they are going to be scary. Like, they are going to be a problem because Lane Kiffin does not give a fuck. Like, he's kind of like what's our guy's name? Your spirit animal.
Mike Leach.
Yeah, Mike Leach. Bro, he's so funny. Like, this college football, it shows how much preparation it takes to be great in college football. Because everybody's struggling. Everybody's struggling. But then you commend those teams.
The hard part too is like, I feel, again, I'm kind of happy that they're not pointing it out as much as the NFL. But like, teams are getting shut down on a weekly basis because of COVID and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm kind of happy they're not harping on it nearly as much. But it's happening on a weekly basis. Just like this week, Baylor shut down their shit because like 48 people in the program had COVID symptoms. And at least the nice part is they're just saying fuck it and they just keep rolling through instead of trying to reschedule everything. But the nice part this week too, as bad as COVID and everything is, we had games Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Now we have college Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then we're back again Sunday for NFL. So, and then obviously we're creeping closer to the end of the month where all the other teams that decide not to start at the beginning are starting up. So hopefully we have a bunch of other football because obviously I know the MAC teams like playing on Tuesdays and Wednesdays for match in football. But that's what I wanted to touch on. And Jay also talked about it. The top 25, that's what I wanted to talk about, is it's still laughable to me that the Pac-12 and the Big Ten are listed in the top 25. I know they inevitably will be listed in the top 25 just because they're starting back up. But the idea that the last couple weeks they've been listed in there and Ohio State's in the top 5 of the Power 5 rankings, I also think is laughable since they haven't played yet. I get that they're eventually going to play and they're probably going to be a very good team. That and Big Dave, I love you. And Bob Hammer, I love you guys. But Notre Dame being in the top 5 right now is a head scratcher.
Laughable. North Carolina is better than Notre Dame. Fuck Notre Dame. You ain't gonna say it because you like them. Fuck Notre Dame. I don't give a damn about Notre Dame. I can't wait till Clemson smacks them. I can't wait till Notre Dame smacks them. I can't wait till Pitt. They don't play Pitt this year. Yes, they do. Pitt's gonna smack them too. No, they won't. Pitt fails.
Pitt plays Miami this week. I'm actually kind of scared.
Pitt's gonna beat them. Pitt's gonna beat them.
I hope they beat Miami.
Bro, for some reason, Pitt downplays every team. They'll lose to North Carolina State. They'll lose to Boston College, but they'll beat Notre Dame and freaking Miami and Clemson all together. I don't understand. Like it baffles me. 1 week is the offense. 1 week is the defense. 1 week is the special teams. The next weekend is the coaching. Like Pitt just can't figure it the fuck out. I think Narduzzi's in a hot seat. I think.
Oh, he's definitely in a hot seat.
But if you look at it, Pitt is still winning 8 games a year.
Oh yeah, so and they're usually in the contention for the Coastal. Maybe I very rarely can ever remember how the ACC is broken up because it's confusing as fuck. But real quick, so before we get into our pick'ems and end the night, so top 25 right now. Clemson, Bama, Georgia, Notre Dame, and North Carolina round out the top 5. Ohio State, Oklahoma State, Cincy, Penn State, Florida round out the top 10. Texas A&M, Oregon, Miami, BYU, Auburn, Wisconsin, SMU, Tennessee, Michigan, and Iowa State round out the top 20. Louisiana, Raging Cajuns, K-State, Kansas State, Virginia Tech, Minnesota, and USC round out the top 25. Other honorable mentions is Marshall, NC State, Oklahoma, Tulsa, UCF, Boston College, Coastal Carolina, which Coastal Carolina has a fucking huge game this week that could push them into the top 25, which will be very interesting. Because right now, just because of how everything's working out, we have a couple teams out of the Sun Belt that are potentially going to be in the top 25 and also undefeated, which at least for me as a college fan, having a group of 5 team that's battling like this is awesome. It's just fun to watch, especially teams that most people never really follow because they're usually not on national broadcasts.
Like the Raging Cajuns, I didn't even know who the fuck they were, and now they're my favorite team in college football. Like I'm serious. Like you could just almost.
I know you're serious.
Like ever since that first show, I was like, yeah, fuck it, Louisiana, and then now I'm on board, baby. Woo! I think I might put some money on them motherfuckers.
Hold on, let me see. I gotta scroll through this real quick.
Bro, I'm scared.
Sean
My
posted
cat.
76 fucking videos yesterday. Oh, so I should have fucking known this. But so after last week, me and Courtney were both 12-4 last week. Through the total of 64 games, me and Courtney are once again tied and still tied at
How?
54-10.
How?
Because there is some games that I picked that you picked that were different.
Like, I know I picked Oklahoma, you picked Texas.
You picked Houston. I picked Tulsa
Tulane.
or
Oh, yeah,
Tulane.
Tulsa.
You picked.
Oh, Arkansas. Them motherfuckers. I told you. Don't even get me started on that, bro. That's a fumble. He dropped the snap and then threw it down. That is a fumble. And they should have had the ball and they should have. You just had to do that. I'm so goddamn tired of that shit.
We had you calm for 2 minutes. That was a piss poor fucking call. And especially how the NCAA rules are, because it was blown dead, it's dead. Especially since there wasn't a clear pickup. But that was such a bad call.
Whatever.
But yeah, so me and Courtney are tied right now for that.
I don't know if we're tied. I think those are rigged.
I mean, I send you all the picks on a weekly basis.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I had Houston, you had Tulane, Houston won. Louisville, we both had Louisville, both had Florida, both had UNC. You had Texas, I had Oklahoma.
Why am I not seeing mostly? Oh, this is because you're in a watch party. Or I hosted a watch party. Whoops.
How are you saying to me? You picked Georgia. We both picked Georgia. Both of you have BYU.
Turning into OBJ. Not wrong.
Except I don't think AJ Green gets shitted on his chest.
This is your watch party. That's why.
Arkansas, Bama, Clemson, Notre Dame. Maybe there's more picks that I just don't know about. Probably.
my boy John said, I'm calling it right now. South Central Louisiana State University Mud Dogs, 2020 BCS champs. You're not funny. You're not laughing because you don't know what that team is. That's the team that Waterboy played for, or Adam Family played for in Waterboy.
I would have never guessed that. Like, ever.
Well, there you go. There's your fucking trivia for the day.
Okay.
The South Central fucking Louisiana State University Mud Dogs. Apparently your boy is ready to roll and ready to prove himself.
Who?
Lev fucking Bell.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, ready to prove myself, ready to go. Through 18 games, Lev Bell made $28 million. That's not a bad payday.
Bro, he said prayer hands. He got fired.
Said what?
The first thing he tweeted was this. Oh, that's funny. It's like being in the Marine Corps. The day you get your DD 214 is like the greatest day ever. It's like you got released from prison. Like, we out this mother, bro. You be walking around like when you get out. At
least he's not as ignorant as AB with the fucking video of him running into his backyard after getting released. Forcibly being released.
All right, so let's go.
I feel like if you get released like AB and Bell, it should be like a dishonorable discharge. Like you should just be suspended for a year.
Bro, 2020 needs to end.
Why? What happened now?
Burner from 2.5 Men died.
Oh yeah, that's old. That happened earlier today.
Oh, that's old. Sorry that I'm a couple hours late. God rest her soul. But anyway, so let's get some pickups because it's kind of late and I got a bedtime. You know I'm old.
So Coastal Carolina and your Raging Cajuns play on Wednesday, so tomorrow night. Coastal Carolina and Louisiana Raging Cajuns are both undefeated. So I really think this is going to be a great game.
Raging Cajuns, baby. I ain't going against them. My boys got this.
So because I'm that guy, I'm going to pick Coastal Carolina just because I've always been a fan of the Chanticleers.
The chandeliers.
Chanticleers.
They about to get hung up like a chandelier. The Raging Cajuns about to whoop that ass. We on a mission this year. We want all the smoke.
They're playing in Louisiana.
I don't care. Louisiana, Popeyes, Louisiana State. It don't matter. Raging Cajuns in foe.
So then continuing through, this is our Thursday matchup. There's only one game on that day. So it's going to be Georgia State versus Arkansas State. Who you want to go with?
Whoever you go with, because I really don't care. Georgia State, Arkansas State. Damn, that's a. Why do you got to pick that game? Is that because it's a Thursday game?
Because it's the only Thursday game.
Uh,
I'm going with Ark. I'm going with Ark State. I forget who they played at the beginning of the season, but they upset an SEC team or an actual decent team. Hold on, I got to look that up.
Bro, you can almost guarantee I'm not going to know about it. No, Georgia State got their ass whooped first two games of the season, right?
Oh, it's Memphis. Memphis lost to them, and they almost beat K-State also. Who did Georgia State only played one team so far, two teams. They beat Eastern Carolina, and they got fucking – oh, they put a good game against Louisiana. Man, that's a hard pick. I'm going with I'm sticking with Arkansas State. Are you staying with that? My pick?
Yeah.
All right. SMU Tulane plays on Friday. There's two games on Friday. SMU's the ranked team going into that game. So I'm assuming you want them.
Tulane just sucks. They didn't show me anything against Houston that deserves to get picked.
Well, fuck, they got up big on Houston, but then they just let Houston come back.
What do you mean they got up big? They lost like fucking. How many points did they score? Like maybe 21? I don't know. 26?
Hold, please.
Hold, please.
No, it was 41-31.
Oh. They must have had a lot of dead votes.
That's not
because it was like 44-17 when I looked at the score. I
don't know why it gave me that. Or not. Oh, there's the box score. I guess they weren't up that big, but then fucking Houston put on in the third.
Speaking of put it on them, fucking Buffalo's getting it put on something serious, like a fucking wedding party.
And then the other Friday game. Fuck. Oh no, this is actually good. It's at 6 and 9:30, so that's a good gap. BYU plays Houston. BYU's going to get in that ass.
Yes. BYU looks
very,
like
very, very bad for Houston.
Yes. Houston looked good, but BYU, ever since they killed all them sailors on one place, all them Navy sailors had died on that day. That was a sad fucking day. That was almost as bad as Pearl Harbor. Like they got fucking
smoked everybody. So
yo, but I'm saying like the Navy guys, because you ain't used to seeing Navy get mollywop like that. Like
not that bad. Usually Navy keeps it fairly close.
That was a fucking ass whipping.
Yeah,
like
that was
BYU could have put up. They could have put up 100 if they didn't have respect for Navy.
Yeah.
Like had that been yeah.
No, go ahead.
No,
so then we get into the fun part of our schedule. So it's Saturday. It's the top 25 games. So we start off the day. Well, yeah, we start off the day, but definitely start off my watching with it's going to be Pitt versus Miami. With down in Miami.
I'm gonna go with Miami.
Huh?
I want to go with Pitt so bad.
So do I.
Let's both pick Pitt. So then, if we lose, it don't account for us.
All right, that works.
Hey, buddy, come here.
I really hope Pitt can just stop De'Ara King and just continue to do. Like, I hope their offense figures shit out. After last game, it kind of scares me because the defense couldn't get off the fucking field. But like you said, they've been a different team almost every single week. So who fucking knows? So Clemson is our next game. And it's going to be Clemson at Georgia Tech. Jesus Christ. The line on this game is giving Clemson 27 points.
Oh, that's. I would take that. They're not going to be. So when you bet, what would I bet? Because they're not going to be.
So Georgia Tech has to win by more than or lose less than 27.
Yeah, like so. How would you bet that? Is it like I would take the under, or like I would take
you would take Georgia Tech plus 27.
Yes, absolutely.
So that means Clemson has to beat them by basically 28.
Yes, I would take Georgia Tech. That kid.
They looked good last week.
That freshman he's only getting better.
Yeah, I'm still taking Clemson on the overall win, but
yes, absolutely, yeah,
but not by 28 points.
Absolutely not.
The next one's very interesting. So it's Cincy going down to Tulsa, but they're only giving Cincy 3 points, which I find is interesting since I don't think Tulsa's really played anybody yet. They're only 1-1.
Is Cincy so undefeated?
They played Oklahoma State and played them close. And then, they beat UCF. See, I like Cincy, though. I've liked what Cincy's been doing ever since What's-His-Nuts left Ohio State to go down and coach there. So I'm going to go with Cincy. What about you?
I just don't believe in Tulsa.
All right. So this actually might be half decent. So it's going to be Auburn versus South Carolina. Not that I have faith in South Carolina, but right now Auburn hasn't been able to really put anybody away. I'm still going to go with Auburn, but what's your thoughts?
If Gus Malzahn loses this game, his seat is on fire.
Agreed.
Because my thing is, the thing for me is, I just feel like you ever hear of a coach who runs into the wall and there's nothing more they can do for a program before that program just needs to move on? It's not that they're a bad coach, but it's ran its course. He's done everything he could in Auburn. And so I think for him, him going somewhere else would be beneficial for him to get himself back to that feeling, because they haven't really done anything since they beat Miami on the kick that fucking shocked the world against Alabama.
Yeah.
Well, no, didn't they win another? Did they win another? No, that was 2011, right?
Yeah, I think since then. No, fuck. I'd have to look at that rivalry. I think they've beaten Bama since.
No, they beat them, but I'm saying they haven't been relevant since that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were basically just spoilers the last couple years. So you going with Auburn? Or you going with South Carolina?
Auburn, not zero faith in South Carolina.
Yeah, me neither. Next one is going to be Kentucky goes down to Tennessee. Tennessee right now, huh?
I like Tennessee.
Same. They're ranked 18th right now.
They fought hard against. They fought hard against Georgia. They just didn't have enough. They're not ready yet.
Wow. Tennessee just won 42-16 after not being able to play for 2 weeks.
I'm about to make I'm gonna make a bold statement once we get to the game, but go ahead and continue.
So next one, so we're both going with Tennessee. Next one's Louisville against Notre Dame. I'm going with Notre Dame as much as I hate them. Louisville just looks lost. Their freshman quarterback's not good. They're not really getting any better than what they started out as. I think Notre Dame's just going to have too much for them.
1,000% agreed.
Florida welcomes LSU to the Swamp. Even though this is a long tradition SEC team or rivalry, I feel like they're all rivals in their own sense. But Florida, even with a couple of their hiccups, Kyle Trask looks very good. In Florida's defense also looks good. So obviously I'm going with them just also because LSU's having fucking a hell of a time getting back.
I think LSU bounces back. I'm going with LSU.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't think you're going to keep seeing the same horrible ass LSU team. Do I know how they fix it? Not a chance. Do I know what they do to improve it? Not a chance. I just believe in Ed Orgeron. Come here, buddy.
Next one, Texas A&M gets down to Mississippi State. Like I said, Mississippi State literally just so they went from Mississippi State went from scoring 44 points to 14 points against Arkansas that hasn't won. That was their first SEC win in 16 games. To then playing Kentucky, that they literally only scored 2 fucking points. Kentucky put up 24.
Mississippi State?
Yeah, Mississippi State, yeah.
So then I'm going ball 90 fucking. Then they throw the ball 90 fucking times.
Probably all 3 weeks, yeah.
I know the
first week they threw the ball 60 times, and their quarterback only completed 36 of them. But I'm going Texas A&M. Not that I have – well, I mean, I like Jimbo for the most part. But Kellen Mond, I think, still has so much shit to prove just for the sake of – he's always still – even though they've been so far apart, I feel like that Johnny Manziel, Kyler Murray shadow is still at Texas A&M, and Kellen Mond still trying to fight out of it. But I still like Kellen Mond, and especially this week.
So this is tough. No, it's not. Mississippi State's the better football team.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Mississippi State's the better football team.
You think?
No, absolutely not. I'm joking, George.
After scoring 2 points?
Texas A&M is going to win this football game.
Like I said, I think it might be
they got to go
against.
Yeah, they just got to go against Trojans, man. Like the SEC, this is where it becomes like if they were in the Big Ten or Like if Mississippi State, where were they at before? Had they always been in the SEC, or did they move?
Mississippi State's always been at SEC. Texas A&M came over from the Big 12.
That's what I'm thinking about. Yeah, if Texas A&M was in the Big 12, they would be 1 and 2 every year. You know what I mean? But they're dealing with Georgia and like Florida every year. It's not fair.
Yeah. So once again, Florida State is going to get their fucking doors beat in. The North Carolina Tar Heels are going south, and they're bringing the fucking noise.
Bro, I can't wait to see North Carolina and Clemson. I don't know how I'm.
Me and you both. Bro. Like, I mean, I honestly can't wait to see like the Notre Dame matchups too.
Yeah.
But ever since Clemson just fucking stomped the mud hole into Miami, and again, not that I haven't seen Notre Dame really play like an actual team yet. Not that North Carolina really has, but they've beat the fuck out of everybody they played so far, pretty much. I really can't wait till like that Clemson, Notre Dame, Clemson Tar Heels, like round robin. I mean, I guess NC State won a barn burner against Virginia Tech, which they're supposed to be good, but not back to the old Virginia Tech way. But yeah, I'm going with NC State. I'm assuming you also are.
Yes.
This game is definitely highlighted on my quote unquote calendar for Saturday night. You got Georgia going down to Bama. This is going to be a 2-3 game. A potential SEC championship down the road. Fuck, this one's hard.
Not for me. I think Georgia's defense has proved. And that's why I said I'm going to make a bold prediction. Because I think Mac Jones is going to struggle. Because that's not Ole Miss's defense you're going against. That Georgia State front seven, oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, this game's very interesting.
And Alabama's defense has not looked good for back-to-back weeks. So I'm going with Georgia. Come on, George. You know what you want to do.
Yeah, I'm going with Bama.
Wow.
I just have faith.
You're just scared of Bama. You're scared to pick against Bama.
Faith that if Matt Jones starts having an issue, that Bama will be smart enough to switch to the run game and kind of get back to what everybody expects out of Bama.
What is the running game ain't there?
Fuck. Shit. What do you mean? Fucking what's his nuts?
Najee
Harris had a fucking hell of a game last week.
How many 5-star recruits do you think Ole Miss has on defense?
I mean, that's also true, but still.
How many 4-star recruits do you think Ole Miss has on defense? I'm gonna be celebrating.
I mean, Ole Miss did give them the fucking game of their goddamn lives, and then they pulled out at the end of the day.
Ole Miss could have ran the ball. They did whatever the fuck they wanted to all game. Come on, George. It's okay. I know in your heart you want to pick Georgia.
You know what? Fuck it. Go Bulldogs.
Stop being scared.
We're going with UGA. And then the last, at least ranked game for the night, we got Boston College and Virginia Tech. This is another one that's hard for me. They're giving Virginia Tech 11.5 points, but I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, granted, it was Pitt, And like we've already discussed numerous occasions now and referred back to it. Pitt doesn't know what they want to be as a team yet. And that's why we're both in an agreement that Pat Narduzzi might be on the hot seat or is on the hot seat. But man, do I like Boston College played very well. Also, the idea that Boston College is led by a Pittsburgh kid, Phil Jakovic, out of Pine Richland. I like it even better.
You just had to mention Pine Richland, bro. That's still a sore wound in my spine right now. 3 minutes left. It was 0-0 before halftime. 3 minutes left before halftime. It was 0-0. But I walked down from the field, from the box to the field, thinking, oh, we're going into halftime 0-0. It was 14-0, and I said, what the fuck happened? It's like lightning had struck. But anyway.
Yeah, I'm sticking with Virginia Tech, even though I want to see Boston College continue to win and have success.
Yeah, I think
they're in Blacksburg. Enter the Sandman's going to be playing. I got to go with Virginia Tech.
This is a toss-up for me. I'm going to go with Boston College only based off the fact that they just beat Pitt. In Virginia. No. It's a Sandman. It's in Virginia. If it was in Boston College, if it was in Boston, I probably would have went with Boston. But you're right. I'm going to go with Virginia Tech.
You locking in VT?
I'm locking in VT.
Hold on. I actually got to look this up real quick. Let's see. We're probably going to get this fucking show booted off of fucking YouTube if I play this, but I really don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find the most updated version
of Enter Sandman.
Yeah. No, I need a better version. I'm going to go with the one that I have actually used before and clicked on. Sorry, hold please.
Bro. Oh, wait, I'll ask you when we get off the show.
Just thrilled to be back in Lane Stadium. Glad you're alongside. Welcome back to this presentation.
Pornhub? What? Sorry.
Lane Stadium, place unlike any other on a college football Saturday night, lit up with cell phones, striped in the school colors, and they're about to jump up and down and go ballistic. Virginia
the walk they make is fuck. I mean, it's not crazy, but that's still a long ass walk.
Bro, I would be tired as fuck by the time I got there.
Fucking walk a half a mile.
They'll be asked to reach higher for all those who have passed before and those to come. And then they will touch the Hokie Stone. It's the same limestone used to build this campus. Even the Tech veterans have done this.
Bro, if that flag touches the ground, like shit like that bothers. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Bro, like it hits the spine different. Like I couldn't describe that feeling.
Long before these players were born.
Bro, that's a fucking walk.
Has played the Hokies on each home game since 2000. And on nights like this, the earth will shake, literally.
That's definitely one game that I want to go to eventually. is a game down in Blacksburg.
But despite the fuel of all this energy, the Hokies have yet to really take down a big-time opponent in this place in recent years.
I've also
that
always
walk is
liked
just-
their uniforms.
A daunting challenge for
This is a long ass walk, bro.
Yeah. Wisconsin would be another game that would be fun to go to with jump around.
See the seniors' names right there. And there's going to be a surprise for the crowd tonight. It's going to be a special message from Metallica. Their tour stop in Austin, Texas tonight. Buckle up. About to hear Enter Sandman, but first the message from Metallica. Metallica is in your house. Right. Hokie Nation. Ready to go to work? Are you ready to go to work? That's right.
My man in the back is high out of his fucking mind.
We're here to support you. Hokie Nation, start jumping. Right.
I wonder if they've ever actually taken a seismograph from that fucking stadium while this is happening.
Bro. We're definitely getting kicked off the air.
What'd you say?
We're definitely getting kicked off the air.
It is what it is. But anything else you got? We got our pick'ems locked in. Again, hopefully we get through the rest of the week without any little COVID announcements. But everybody check out, obviously, the Coastal Carolina game, University of Louisiana. That should be a good game for the Sun Belt. Hopefully, if something happens with Lev Bell this week, you obviously see it in the group, but maybe me and Courtney will do a short video. Anything else you got, brother?
No, brother. That's all good to go.
All right. So as always, check out Bombshell Bowling for your T-shirt and hoodie needs. Again, it's fall up north. It's fall everywhere, but it's cold up north. Get your comfortable hoodies. What?
Falls only like the north area thing.
Well, fuck. Down in Florida, it's still at 80 degrees. But go ahead, get you your hoodies. Nice T-shirts that we got picked out for everybody. Bombshell Bowling / Loudmouth Sports Talk. And as always,
run the damn ball. Good night, everybody.
night, everybody. Night, Court.